Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's class is on Buddhism, Philosophy of Education. This is our third class on the Indian philosophies. Previously we have taken class on Vedanta and Sankhya. Also we have taken class on the various Western philosophies such as idealism, realism, naturalism, pragmatism, existentialism and Marxism. I'll provide the links in the description below. So if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and also press the bell icon as we'll be uploading more videos on educational philosophy relating to your exam. So coming back to today's class, in this video we will learn in the most simple way the meaning of Buddhism, exponents, metaphysics, epistemology and axiology, fundamental principles, aims of education, curriculum, methods of teaching, role of teacher and students, discipline and school. So Buddhism, it is an Indian philosophy. It is Nastika, which means a heterodox type of school. So this basically means that it rejects the authority of Vedas. It do not believe in the Vedas or the existence of God. Vedas means the ancient Indian sacred literature and scriptures. The term Buddhism is derived from the word buddhi, which means intellect. So this philosophy emphasizes on awakening the intellect to become well aware of the realities of the world. Siddhartha Gautama, who was an Indian prince, was the founder of this philosophy. He was born in 633 BC at Lumbini. One day he was moving out of his palace where he saw an old man and then sick man and then later on dead body. Seeing this, he started to realize that the world is full of pain and suffering. So he wanted to know the reason behind this suffering and end this suffering. Hence he left his luxurious home and started to seek knowledge. In this process, he went through deep meditation where he got enlightenment under a Bodhi tree. This is very important, please note it down. It is also called the tree of awakening. So after enlightenment, he was named as Gautama Buddha. He delivered his first lecture at Sarnath. This is again very important for your exam. The place where Buddha delivered his first lecture, it is Sarnath. So this deliverance is named as Dharma Chakra Pravartana, which means turning of the wheel of law. Now, let us look at the exponents. Exponents means people who supports an idea or a theory. So, Siddhartha Gautama, who was the founder, Dalai Lama, Nagarjuna and Ashoka. Now, coming to metaphysics. Metaphysics means reality. Here I want to tell you that Gautama Buddha did not really talk about the reality in specific. However, the reality can be derived from this whole philosophy if you are asked in examination. As this philosophy do not believe in the existence of God, it says that God is not the creator of the world. This life is full of suffering, hence the ultimate reality is nirvana. This is the term used for liberation in Buddhism. We will understand it more clearly in the upcoming slide. Now, let us look at the epistemology. Epistemology means knowledge, and knowledge according to this philosophy is to become well aware of the environment, the sufferings. This knowledge is also called enlightenment, and it can be obtained when a person gets detached from the desires of the world. There are eightfold paths to attain through knowledge. This eightfold path is called Astanga Marga. This is again very important to remember. So this eightfold path are right faith, which is known as Samyak Drishti, right resolve, Samyak Sankalpa, right speech, Samyak Vak, right action, Samyak Sakarmanta, right living, Samyak Ajiva, right effort, Samyak Vyayama, right thought, Samyak Smriti, and right concentration, Samyak Samadhi. Next, axiology. Axiology means values, and values according to this philosophy are non-attached action, extinction of worldly passion, truth, non-violence, charity, good conduct, etc. Now, let us look at the fundamental principles of Buddhism. There is nothing permanent in this world, and since nothing is permanent, even the sorrows and sufferings are not permanent. Next point. Everything have a cause for its existence. If there is suffering, there is cause behind it. This philosophy believes in the law of karma. This basically means that whatever a man gets in his present life is the result of his past deeds. This philosophy do not believe in the existence of God. They say that the world is not created by God. In Buddhism, there are four noble truths, Arya Satya, which are Dukkha, which means there is suffering, Dukkha Samudaya, which means there is cause of suffering, Dukkha Nirodha, this means there is cessation of suffering. So this means that there is end of suffering, Dukkha Nirodha Marga, which means that there is way for ending this suffering. This philosophy is opposed to caste system. Buddha has advised to follow the middle path, which is Madhya Pratipada. For example, if you tighten the strings of the guitar too excessively, they will be broken. And if you leave them too loose, it will not produce sound. Therefore, in life, Buddha emphasized the adoption of the middle or the moderate path. Now, here comes a very important concept, Nirvana. Through the end of suffering, Nirvana is the highest attainment. It is freeing oneself from the cycle of birth or death. It is called liberation or salvation. It is the state of Param Anand, which means supreme bliss. This Nirvana can be attained through the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path we have discussed already previously. Here, there is another very important concept which is often asked in your examination, the Tripitaka, which is called the three baskets. They are Vinaya Pitaka, which refers to the rule of conduct, Sutta Pitaka, which refers to Buddha's sermons, and Abhidhamma Pitaka, which refers to the exposition of philosophical theories. Here comes another important concept, the three Ratnas, which means the three jewels. They are Pragya, which refers to wisdom, Shil, which refers to activity, and Samadhi, which refers to concentration. Here there are two forms of Buddhism, Hinayana and Mahayana. Hinayana believes in liberation of individual self rather than collective whole. They believe in original teaching of Buddha. They do not believe in idol worship and they follow Pali language. The Mahayana believes in the welfare of all. They believe in heavenliness of Buddha. They believe in idol worship and follows Sanskrit language. Now, let us move on to the aims of education. The aims of Buddhist education are to spread Buddhist religion, personality development, physical development. As Buddha said that good physical health helps a man to escape from bodily suffering. Next, character development, spiritual development, intellectual development, social development. Here in Buddhism, more emphasis is laid on the development of the society as a whole rather than individual alone. Other aims of education are to remove the caste system from the society, to help the individual to attain nirvana, that is liberation. Next, curriculum. The curriculum in Buddhist school includes studying of religious books which are Sutantra, Vinaya and Dharma. It also includes other extracurricular activities such as spinning, weaving, painting, tailoring, etc. The structure of education was divided into three: primary education, higher education and bhikshu education, which is for the monk. Primary education. Here the duration is 8 years. Primary education is free of cost. All children were admitted irrespective of the caste. However, children with physical deformities and sickness are prohibited from the instruction. Children here basically learn reading, writing and arithmetic. They learn 49 alphabet of Pali language. Here, Pabja ritual was necessary for admission. Pabja means going out. Here, what happens is the student basically goes out of his home and enter the mutt to begin formal education. Here, the student have to shave his beard and hair, put on an yellow garment and adjust proper robes in such a way as to cover one shoulder. Salute at the feet of Bhikshu. The students have to take 3 oaths, which are Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, which means I take refuge with Buddha, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, which means I take refuge with religion, and Sangham Sharanam Gacchami, which means I take refuge with Sangha. Now comes the higher education. Here the students learn general knowledge of grammar, religion, astrology, Ayurveda and philosophy. Here the duration is 12 years. After primary and higher education, students who want to become monk join the Bhikshu education, which is for 8 years. To join the Bhikshu education, one had to undergo Upasampada Sanskara. This is the ritual where the candidate wear Bhikshu robe and appear before a panel of 10 Bhikshus, greet them and sit down with folded hands. Take oath in front of them, and if he is found to be fit, he is accepted in the priesthood. Now let us move on to the methods of teaching. Pali was the medium of instruction. The methods of teaching and also learning are mainly oral discussion, preaching, repetition and exposition. Exposition method is like the lecture method where the teacher presents the subject matter and directs the student through the lesson. They also have discussion, tours, conferences, demonstrations and meditation in solitude. Next, role of teachers. The role of a Buddhist teacher is to propagate Buddhist religion, to impart knowledge, to help the students in all-round development, to help the students to attain nirvana, that is, liberation. Now, coming to the role of students. The role of the students are to follow discipline, to lead a simple life, to devote to the teachers and to serve them. Next, discipline. Punishment is prohibited in Buddhist school. They emphasize on self-discipline through meditation. Now, coming to the last one, that is school. In Buddhist period, students have to stay in sanghas or viharas. Schools should be located in peaceful environment. Here are the centers of learning. Takshila in Islamabad, Nalanda in Bihar, Vallabhi in Gujarat, Bikramshila in Bihar, Jaggadala in Bangladesh and Odantapuri in Bihar. So that was all on Buddhism. I hope you liked the video. Please let me know in the comment section. Like, subscribe and share. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.